Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Thursday, December 15th, and it is FOMC Hangover Day. Everybody's got a little bit of a hangover because of the FOMC yesterday. We, again, go through the alert room, see the scalps, look at your hedge, look at your gap down. I lay it out as best as I can, and it's pretty accurate to the minute when it goes out. So, yesterday, crazy spread, worked, looking for that red close, got that red close. Today we've got the ECB and the Bank of England. Those are this morning before the open. As of right now, we're down 43 points, down 1% over here on the futures, which takes us right to around 39.55, and I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, going back again to what I was talking about when I covered the Santa pause over the weekend, and then on Monday covered the full moon cycles of when we get our lows according to the full moon, 2 days, 4 days, plus or minus. And yesterday would have been 4 days. Yesterday would have been the big test of that 39.18. Yesterday we didn't break that 39.18. So therefore, I am putting on my Santa Claus hat and I am looking for that CPI high as we go into the end of the year. If we take simply August, which was the lowest range of the year, 375 points on the SPX, and we use our December low, 39.18 from a week ago Tuesday, add those two together and you're looking at 42.89. As I said before, the FOMC meeting took place, this 4203 from back here in August, this was when Powell was at Jackson Hole. So obviously something very much to consider of this 4200 level as to whether or not you want to go ahead and put your jacket on and put a gun to my head and say, you said 4289 was coming. We only got 4200. GFO. So anyway, that's what we're looking at here. December low, 39.18. The August range, 370. Minimum range for the entire year. Should we get the minimum range matched, we'd be looking at 42.89 over there on the SPX. And with this week, because this is Thursday, tomorrow is OPEX, right? So this morning, Bank of England, 7 o'clock, the ECB at 8:15. After those two, we have nothing left. Nothing. We got a little bit of a report next week. We're going into the holiday. So obviously, volumes are going to slow down. When volumes slow down, you saw it already during Thanksgiving week, stock prices tend to go up because it takes volume to sell in order to go down. I'm going to show you a couple things that are very interesting and as to why I am going to be trading those December 30 SPY 410 calls, and I am going to be trading in and out of them. And again, I will show you why. So, this is your September 16th OPEX Friday. We gapped down, we stayed down. This is OPEX Friday from September. This is your OPEX Friday from June. We placed the lows of the year at that time the day before. Here it is. We had a gap up. We came down. We filled the gap. We touched it. And then we went back up to fractionally closed green. OPEX Friday. Here it is in March. March, as you remember, in March, we were having that absolute rally that we went all the way to the 4,600 to the end of March. Again, this is what you have for March OPEX. Going back to December of last year, the December OPEX, big gap down, then trolling around fractionally. Remember, there was no all-time high yet placed then. We did go higher after December 17th. In fact, here, I'll go back here and show on December 17th, this is a perfect thing to do. Here on December 17th on OPEX, we closed at 46.20. At the end of the year, we hit 48.08. So we were looking at 120, 130 points as we went up into that 48.08, that high of 2021. right over there at 48.0893 the day before the end of the year. And again, that was after being down here at 46.20 on OPEX Friday. That's your Santa Claus rally. That's what you have moving in and out within you. Now, here I'm looking at the SPX. Now, if you are going to be trading SPX, you need to be very well aware there are two options for tomorrow, Friday. There is one, which is the OPEX option, and it expires prior to the opening bell. And then you have the other one. The other one, you go over there, there is almost no volume. Almost no volume on this SPX options that are closing at 4 p.m. on Friday. You come over here to these, and you got a hell of a lot of volume. Just looking here, you've got 160,000, 4,000 puts. You go down a little bit lower, or you go over to the calls, you got 156, 4,000 calls. So what this tells me right here is you're going to be looking to close this somewhere right around 4,000 so that nobody makes any money today. And that way they open it tomorrow right around 4,000 and none of those guys make any money. That's the way the game works when you're playing this video game. Now, when you go over to SPY, completely different story. Over on SPY, they don't have OPEX options. These are the ones that close at 4 p.m. on Friday tomorrow. And you come over here into the call level and you start looking at your open interest. And the biggest open interest that you see in there is right around 400. Going to get over at 405. You come over on the put side and you can see 85,000 390s. You get 128,000 380s. So the video game's a video game. They pay as few people as possible, and that's the way the video game works. So again, that's what you're going to be looking at. Come over here to what I shared yesterday because this doesn't really need to be added on to because we closed right in the middle yesterday. But again, this 40509 is a major bull win if we can get above that 40509. Very obviously, you've got this trend line falling down from the all-time highs in March, and then right up above it, you have the all-time highs that are, or sorry, the January 2018 highs and the COVID highs that are trolling right up above there. But most importantly, you have this CPI right there, and it's the exact 50 retrace from the all-time highs to the October lows, right there at 414. Now, me, I am focused on that. Because we did not break that 39.18, I am focused on that as we go into the end of the year. I am focused on that 414. And if I'm looking at 410 calls, I know that if I do the math of 414 minus 410, I'm looking at $4. I tried to throw in a bid yesterday afternoon as I posted in the alert room at $1.50. They only made it down to $1.53. Thank God I didn't get filled because we've got this gap down here this morning and we're right down at right at this level that we've been at here for 23 trading sessions. Call today 24. We are right here at this 395.50 again, right at it. Many of you have played this game and few of you have looked at it the way that some of us do. And when you stay in a level for a long period of time, it is a hell of a lot easier to go up before you go down. So again, that's what we're looking at. But one of the other ones that you need to understand when I sit here and pound my table that I am going to be trading these 410 calls for December 30. Tomorrow, SPY gaps down because it's quad OPEX. They pay off the dividend, $1.60-ish. Don't know what it is, but SPY will be gapping down tonight. So therefore, if I was going to play the SPY December 30, 410 calls today, my intention would be one of two. Either I'm using a day trade if I have that post day, the day trader rule, restriction on me. I'm going to be using a day trade to flip these today to make whatever I'm making on it, or I'm buying these and I'm biting the bullet because this gap down is already priced in on these options. So I'm not really worried about it. And that's why I'm going to be buying them because I'm buying them at a very cheap price, looking forward to a move upward until I can get an overbought warning where I should be selling out of my calls. Come over onto the charts, and I want you to see something here. This is your VIX 5-day. This is your SPX 5-day. Now, why hasn't the VIX gone up with the SPX going down? Nobody's asking that question. They're all just sitting there throwing shit against the wall saying the stock market's going to collapse. Fuck you, the stock market's going to collapse. It will, but it ain't going to collapse now. You see this 100-day moving average right here on SPY, and you see how we have been here for 24 sessions right here in this level. I'll come in here into my detailed chart, and you see this 395.50 right there. Right there, that 395.50. And every time you dip below it, it says, bears, bend over and pick up the soap. You're in the prison shower. They get fucked. I'm buying and I'm going long because I like where this spot is and I want to see this right up here. This 409, I want to see this 410. I'm looking for that 414, and God forbid you give me 422, 425, 428. You motherfuckers better send me fruit baskets for Christmas. Apple, 141 holding tight, 151.70 breaks. Get out of the way. You're getting 420, 425 on SPY. I love y'all. See you in the chat room.